I want to go back to the epiphany though. Like, I want to talk about you were working at Walmart and the connections. Because sometimes we always think that like, um, it's going to be a big mentor that's going to help us get to the next level. It's going to be our coach. It's going to be this, I don't know, $1 million earner. You were at Walmart, and was it somebody that you were working with that you were just having a conversation with? Tell us the details of this.
It was the guy. It was funny. See, I'm a very intuitive person. I want to understand. I always want to get to the understanding of something. So it was just this one guy, and everybody that he runs into, he would come in and they'd be like, man, don't listen to this guy. This guy loves to talk. He loves to talk. First thing, everybody is just pushing him down, pushing him away, like disregarding him. Well, I'm like, I kind of want to hear what he got to say. Sure enough, he comes in, he's talking, and I'm the only one that's kind of listening. And I said something that caught his attention, and so we just ended up talking. And come to find out, he's like, the only reason he's even there working is because he just chose to work there. He's already built up a business. He's working with his wife. They have all these other things going on. And I'm sitting here like, y'all should be listening to him. Like, you should be listening to what he's talking about. Y'all are so content of where you're at in this situation. And then, like, you want to be here? And that's the one thing I'd be like, hey, you want to stay in this situation? Don't y'all see, like, what they do to you mentally and how they keep you trapped and working in that situation? I just see how they get you caught and make you feel like this is where you need to be, and this is what, and I'm like, so when I spoke to him, it was just giving me a lot of insights on the guy, Reverend Ike. You know, he's like an old pastor, like from the 70s, and coming up in a Christian church, they have you thinking one way. It's just the mindset is always, you should do this, and you should do that, and you shouldn't do this, and this is why. And I always had this question in my mind. I'm like, if we're meant to be these great people, and we're, you know, sons and daughters of Christ, why is it we don't have anything? Why does it we struggle all the time? What is like, I'm just so very confused. I'm just so confused on why is that? And it never made sense to me, and no one could give me the answer. So when I talked to him, he pointed me towards Reverend Ike. He was like, how he was thinking when I heard him the first time, and the way he talked about using your mind, and how the Bible is nothing but a book of philosophies, and how you could, like, it was a complete awakening. It was just that awakening. You know, when they say you hear the truth for the first time, you acknowledge it, you know it. When you hear the truth, you know it. And that's what happened. I knew it. I was like, this is it. This is what I've been looking for my whole life. This makes sense. I cannot deny this. There's nothing in me that can deny this. And so I guess that was the awakening in me, that epiphany moment. It was just literally like a shock. Like, wow, like, how come I've never heard this before?
What was it that Reverend said? What was it that Reverend Ike said, or a sermon, or
I can't even.
What was like the gist of it? What was the gist of the idea? If you can,
I can't even remember exactly what he said. It's just the way he teaches. You know, he teaches peace. You know, peace, happiness, prosperity. It's speaking what you want out of this life. And, you know, one of his favorites is be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, and just transforming your mind and understanding that your mind and understanding that the God in us is what we have to use to obtain everything that we want. You know, we place so much attention to the things that that's outside of us, and we don't give ourselves enough credit. If we're believers, which I am, and you're a believer of Christ and you believe he's in you, how is it that you don't believe that you can attain everything that you want and desire and go forth with? And that awakening to me was like, that's true. And how can I say that I am really truly a believer, but I'm doubting what the creative made me out to be. You know, and it's just his form of teaching was just a complete, that awakening is, till this day, I still listen to him. Still listen to his things, like, for sure. I just love his teachings, you know. He uses God, I am. So when you speak of everything, you always say, I am this, I am great, I am legendary, I am an empire, I am transgenerational wealth, I am, you know, the one that's going to change my family. And I feel that. I believe that. You know, you start speaking what you really are, and speaking, because whatever you put in front of I am, you know, that's the power of God in you. You are, I am, you speak this. I am money. I am wealth. I am wisdom. I am, you know, so that really resonates with me. It really resonates with me.
Gosh, thank you for sharing that.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.